No, I don't like that.
No?
I'm afraid my heart might just go fast and then just stop.
So
Yeah, no Red Bull either.
You know now that every interview you do, the expectations
Oh
are
man,
through the
I
roof.
might be worn out. See what happens. I don't know.
Have you sensed like an increased celebrity in the town over the last few days?
Man, I like when I'm in my car every now and then, I'm able to relax a little bit. But like when you get in front of the public, get in front of the media, then you get a little bit more aware of what happened. What just happened and how it happened. But I was in the car with my family the other day, and I was like, wow, I feel like I'm in Indiana because we were just driving and just like normal family. And then you go out and you notice everything. It hit me crazy when the lady, Alyssa Milano, we was at CNN yesterday doing a telethon for Larry King, and then she's like, wow, great game. And I was like, wow, she saw the game. Because I grew up on her. I grew up watching Who's the Boss, and I was like, that's crazy. And Neil was sitting right here, and I was like, Neil, that's Alyssa Milano, man. We grew up on her, and it's just crazy. But yeah, a lot of support, a lot of people just happy. I ain't playing for it to be that way because I was just happy I just won. But a lot of people just real happy. You know, a lot of stars, which is crazy for me because I seen Oscar De La Hoya and he's just, yeah, I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Just, you know, yeah.
So it's sunk in, huh?
Huh?
So it's sunk in.
Yeah, it finally did.
NBA champ.
It finally did. It finally did. And I was waiting to enjoy it because, I told you I wasn't enjoying the playoffs. I just did not enjoy the ride when I was in it. When I was on the ride, I didn't enjoy it because I was just so much focused on the ride itself. And finally, I got a chance. And when I had that chance, I kind of took advantage of the chance to enjoy it. I enjoyed it with my family, which was the best. For 2 nights in a row, 3 nights in a row, I enjoyed it with my family. Even on Father's Day, still enjoyed it with my family. And then last night, I kind of enjoyed it by myself. Tonight, enjoyed my family again, and probably a couple more nights, and then go on vacation and simmer down, rest a little bit more, and then hit it back and get ready and just leave this behind me and get ready for next season.
Ron, what meaning did you take from all of your teammates have said how much they enjoyed watching you specifically get the ring this year? They had it last year. What meaning did that give you?
It felt good because it's like they was all pulling for me. And I've been through a lot this season and put a lot of pressure on myself. I don't know why I did that. I wasn't going to do that when I came here. And I said, if we lose, just put it on me. That was like one of the dumbest things I ever did because I was playing with that pressure the whole year. But it was cool. I wasn't afraid of it. I wasn't afraid to attack it, and I wasn't afraid to fail if I did because I'd go back in the gym and get better. It'd give me a reason to get better, but, put a lot of pressure. And then playing the right way was the hardest thing for me. Playing how Phil Jackson wanted me to play, it was hard because it was the right way. So you see, not clash, not negative clashing, but our styles clashed, and it was good though because we was trying to work towards the same goal. And finally, I was learning how he wants me to play, and it was the right way, But it was hard because I never played, the exact right way before.
Is that what you talked about, or what did you have in your actual interview with him and Mitch upstairs?
Well, just ways to get better. Touched on that a little bit, but just ways to get better, and just got to come back better. I'm not playing for a contract. I ain't playing for nothing. I'm playing, to improve. I just want to improve. I want to improve until I can't improve no more. And I've been doing that for the last couple of years. But I haven't been able to show individually because even when I went to Houston, I took a back seat. I took a back seat to one of my good friends, Shane Battier. I mean, you would probably assume I should start, over Shane. I took a back seat. I wouldn't get in the game until 2 minutes left in the first quarter at times. Wouldn't play in the fourth at times. Contract year, average going down. Still wound up averaging 17 points, for that season. And then when they needed me, I was ready. When they needed me, it wasn't like something new. I was ready to step up in the playoffs. But I'm still planning to improve. Even if I average 4 points next year, I probably would be the best that I ever been. I probably would be able to average, 20, 25. But that's not why I'm here. I'm here to win, and I'm not here to showcase what I worked on this summer.
When you talk about learning to play the right way, what parts of that was a learning curve for you?
Well, defensively, it was always the right way. I do that always the right way. But offensively, I played 46 minutes the last game, and sometimes in those situations I would settle for a three, which y'all seen in Phoenix. I had some good energy at that time, but sometimes when I get tired, I would settle. But this time in the playoffs, when I was tired, I attacked. I never attacked this much in the playoffs. Even at Boston, I went to the hole. I actually went to the hole, and a little bit in Phoenix too. And usually I just take a jump shot, a fade away, and the wrong way to play. Even when I'm on, it's still. Even last year in the playoffs, I played playing against the Lakers. I was taking some jumpers. I was making a lot of them, but I still should attack more. I should have used my body and attacked, and I would have been even more of a monster in the playoffs. So, this year I wanted to make sure if I get in that situation again, that I use my ability and just get to the hole. And that's what Coach wanted me to do. He wanted me to stop settling for jumpers and attack, and he was right.
Can you talk a little bit about, you spent, a few seasons ago dealing with a lot of negative image about yourself. And
Yeah.
the point where you're at right now, where you may be the most loved guy in the city
That's
at this
great.
point, people really enjoying you, just that transformation.
Yeah. Oh man, it's amazing because it's just like Game 7. Like it was this big storm, and I was like the eye of the storm. I was probably for the most part the most relaxed in Game 7, having never been to the finals. And then after a while, we all got relaxed as a team, and then Kobe just took it from there and made us all better. Same thing, a couple years ago, I was actually I was not in the eye of the storm. I was in the storm, and it was all negative. It was all negative. And but I stayed the same person. Some things was my fault, some things wasn't, but I stayed the same person, and moved forward. Like I told y'all, just keep moving ahead, and then those days get removed from you, and being in LA and being blessed. When Kobe passed me that ball, he kind of blessed me a little bit. He gave me the ball, I made the shot, and he didn't have to do it. He could have gave it to Fish. He could have made the shot himself and did one of his Kobe pull the shirt off things. But he said, I'm gonna play with the team, and he shared it. He shared it, which was like, personally, that makes me look really good in LA. And I'm probably, if I don't hit that shot, maybe people remember whoever else hit the shot. Now I'm able to do more things. I know, and I'm gonna acknowledge that without Kobe, some people wouldn't say, "Hey, you hit a big shot."
But it goes beyond that, though. People seem to be really happy for you that you're in this position.
Just for the championship in general, probably.
And just everything the way your career's been at this point in this season.
Yeah, I think. I think it's probably just through all the ups and downs, just to overcome it. It probably amazed how I overcame, and in this situation again. And then on the top, I was at the bottom, went all the way to the top, and I guess that's probably kind of interesting to people just to see how I did it, what was my thought process. And actually, you know what? I've been scarred for ever since the Bro. I was scarred. Right before the Bro, I was probably getting MVP that year. I was trying to get Defensive Player and the MVP. I probably would have got it. Only one person did it in history. I was averaging 25, and my defense was unbelievable, and we was probably be in first place that year. And when that happened to me, I couldn't even shoot. I had a perfect game. Off the dribble left, off the dribble right, spin moves, everything. I took off the year, got suspended, gained some weight. When I got back in shape, I didn't feel comfortable anymore. Then I got to Sacramento a little bit. Then I averaged 20 points, and my game was coming back, but it was never quite the same. In Game 6, I think I found myself again. I found myself in just playing. And then it carried over to Game 7, but I felt like I did right before I got suspended. But for some reason, I just couldn't play the same. I just didn't have the same confidence I had, after the brawl. And now at this point, my confidence going into next season is just like, it's gonna be out the roof. But that doesn't mean I have to shine. That doesn't mean I have to, be in the spotlight. Or that doesn't mean I have to have 30 points, 20 points, or even average 15. That's not even important. But I'll be ready to help.
How far away do you think you are from really understanding the system?
I was getting better at the end. The last week of the triangle, the last week, I really had a great last week. Even though we lost some games in Boston, but I was doing some things, moving, flowing. Even with the game 3 when we won, I had 2 points, but I moved at the right time. I did everything the right way, and that's what I want to learn. That's what I want to master. So this summer, I'll definitely be working on that, so I can just really, really be even more part of the team.
I'm curious, there was so much talk when you first came, oh my God, it's LA, and Ron likes to Twitter and he likes to be out, and there are going to be so many distractions. Do you find that LA maybe suits you well because it's a city so used to celebrity, you can almost blend in maybe better than you might in Indiana or some other place?
You can, my character is different though, just being so down to earth, people love that, and so I actually don't blend in because you're like so real to be. The Lakers is the biggest thing in LA, and then it's just so normal, and people kind of like that.
Or are there other celebrities that people can focus on?
Yeah, that's very true. With all the other stuff going on, that's true. So, but being from New York, like, I stayed home at St. John's. No New York players stay at St. John's. Only a couple, but they don't want to because of pressure. I stayed there just to kind of say, okay, let me see what this pressure's about. And then I wanted to go play for the Knicks to see what that pressure was about. Playing home. I was actually playing for the Knicks a couple years ago, just to see what everybody was talking about in the pressure. When everybody said, no, don't do it. I'm like, nah, let me see what y'all talking about. And then LA, they said the same thing, it's going to be too much big city distractions. So let me see what they was talking about, even though I wanted to come here anyway. But let me see what they're talking about. And, it's just a matter of moving forward, moving ahead. Like when you have bad days, maybe the media saying, Ron Artest not shooting well, not playing well, Trevor this, Trevor that, or this and that. Just move forward, move ahead, And it's not like a I told you so thing. It's just a move ahead thing. It's a move ahead thing, and then people will understand. They slowly understand you.
Ron, they've always had the defense wins championships phrase. Did you feel like that you had brought something different? Because this team did improve markedly from last season when they won the championship defensively.
Oh, we did? We did improve?
Yeah, the team was a much better defensive team this year overall.
I think so. I've been a great defensive player for a long time, but I never ever won. It was times where I could have had my defense take over, but I kind of gave in to situations. I didn't give in, this time. I played defense for the entire playoffs, and I actually, put an imprint on the game. And I think I did help, where I was, what they asked for. They said, they wanted some defense, and I think I brought it. And especially last game, I moved my feet, cut off Paul, trying to go right, he couldn't go left, fadeaways, and like I said, that death blow. If you're not in shape, I'm gonna wear you out over. It's usually 6 games. Usually 6 games you should be done, but we lost.
Could you sense that specifically, even going back to the first round with Durant or then with Pierce? Can you see them starting to mentally tire to a certain point across the series round?
Yeah, I can. It's not. I can see it, but I already know it's gonna happen. If you're not in better shape than me, and especially if you don't have more than 1 day off. If you got 2 days off, you can probably recover. But if you got 1 day in between, I can wear you out. Especially if I start attacking you on the offensive end. Because nobody can stop me. In the league, nobody can stop me in my position. Really, at any position. But
Ron, you've been pretty open about the work you were doing with your therapist and stuff like that. At this point in your career, is this the happiest you think you've been? Purely happy and content?
I'm always pretty happy. Just like things that are around you make. It's probably things around you that probably make you seem like you're not happy. But I'm always pretty happy. But actually, this has been happy. Winning that ring, I was like, great. I didn't think I would enjoy it that much. I actually wanted, my plan was to win and walk off the court. You know, when I was like caught up in the game, I wanted to just walk off and not take pictures and not do the stage and like not do media and just go home. But win, you know, but win. And that's how I was thinking like the entire playoffs. But when we finally won, I was like, wow, I'm extremely happy right now. And I just, you know, enjoyed it. Enjoyed it.
Do you think you could be in this place without that work you had done, just sort of like internal work, taking a look at yourself?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think I don't trust. I just know myself. I know myself, you know, and sometimes, you know, sometimes people try to enhance themselves. You know, some people take steroids to enhance their physical abilities. You know, to become better. I needed to talk to somebody to become better. You know, to figure out how to be calm in the storm. It was like for me, it was nerve-wracking. It was nerve-wracking because you got a chance to win the championship. I put all this pressure on myself, knowing it was going to be pressure. I said it anyway. You know, blame it on me. You know, and I was thinking about that the whole time, and I needed to have that off of my brain. I needed to just focus on the game. You know, so I thought it was necessary, and I brought her in. I started to call her about I think about the Utah series. I started to call her. I was calling her throughout the season, you know, every 2 weeks, but starting in Utah, I started to call her every day. We talked, and then she started to come. Came to Phoenix to visit me, came to Boston, you know, and it worked out.
Ron, your thoughts on after a year of playing with Kobe? You said things throughout the season about, you know, about him generally speaking. What stands out to you the most?
Man, he reminds me of myself. Every team I was on, I was always the hardest worker. You know, always worked on my game and try to lead the team. And I didn't know what to expect with Kobe. Obviously, he's a great player, and I've seen it for myself that he's the hardest worker. He's a franchise. Not only is he the franchise, he's the hardest worker. He would practice every day if he could. But with injuries, his foot, finger, he wasn't able to practice. But when he was out there practicing, he was the hardest worker out there, defensively and offensively. And before getting to the gym at 6 in the morning in the summer times, I'm like, yeah, that's who I want to lead me because I don't like to be led by non-leaders. So that's why sometimes if I feel somebody is not capable of leading me, I'm not going to let you lead me. You know, so I clash sometimes with players. You know, a franchise player, and I don't have a problem saying, you know, your franchise player sucks. You know, but I felt more than honored to have Kobe to lead me.
Ron, if you could describe him in one word, what would it be?
Kobe,
Yeah.
blessing, blessing. He helped me get my ring. Without Kobe, I don't have no ring. Straight up, without Kobe, I don't have no ring. He helped me.
Anything else, guys? Thanks, Ron.
Good.